Bailey Engel filling in for Andrew Allegretta, wrapping up this 68-42 Virginia Tech win over the Radford Highlanders, joined now by the head coach of the women's basketball team, Kenny Brooks. And Coach, it was an up-and-down game. You guys outscored them 36-16 in the second half. What are your takeaways?
Well, we have a lot of work to do. And again, we're trying to figure ourselves out, reinvent ourselves, so to speak, with the loss of Alexis Jean to the program for a while. So we got kids playing out of position. We're not as smooth as I think we will be, later on, because we have kids who are learning, different positions, different plays from those positions. But you have to give Radford credit. Mike does a tremendous job with his group, and they did a good job of forcing us to play at their tempo. And that's something that we didn't want to do. We wanted to play a little bit more up and down, but we just weren't able to do so because they controlled the ball, and we just weren't able to really get going. I thought we were a little bit sluggish on both ends, and Jeanette didn't have a good game at all. And what I mean by that, she was tremendous on Thursday night against Illinois, just uber focused, understanding what we needed to do, getting us in our spots. And today she just seemed like she had like a little fog, and we kind of go as she goes, and we have to be much better. Well,
having said that, playing to tempo, Reagan McGarrity, career high 28 points, notched her 20th career double-double, had 12 rebounds to go with those 28 points. She had a very good game as well.
It was more than very good. It was excellent. I thanked her during the game and after the game, and we praised her. And if it weren't for Reagan, I don't know if we would have been able to stay within striking distance in that first quarter. To build a lead a little bit in the second quarter, and then she helped us throughout, the second half. She was tremendous. She's finally finding her groove. I said this earlier that we got to try to find her and get her the ball in areas that she really likes. We're starting to figure it out. But I was really proud of her. I thought she played great on both ends, and she was really a good leader.
Well, speaking of rebounding, Michelle Berry came off of the bench. Not really a scoring threat in that game, but the player came off of the bench and notched 13 rebounds, so a great job for her by the boards.
Yeah, Michelle's focusing on things that she does well as she's shaking off some rust, from sitting out last year. And, I thought she, in the beginning of the season, I thought she was really focusing on trying to score and do some things of that nature. Now she's, really in her comfort zone, rebounding the basketball, defending. And when she does that, she gets on the court, stays on the court more. And as a result, she's getting more and more comfortable. So I was really pleased with her effort. We needed it. I thought she offered some toughness that we needed, and it was well deserved that she came out and played as well as she did.
It also looked like Taylor Emery fought through some struggles there in the first half, and then in the second half finally got into double figures. What really happened with her?
Yeah, she got in foul trouble. I put her in a game against Illinois in the second quarter when she had 2 fouls, and she kind of made a silly play and almost got called for a third. So I'm learning Taylor right now, and I just wasn't comfortable with putting her back in the game in the second quarter with 2 fouls. We wanted to, especially with the way the game was going, we may have needed her later on. But she just never really got into rhythm. She's a rhythm player, needs to get into rhythm, and not playing that whole first half essentially just took her out of rhythm. So we gotta get going. She's a major part of what we do. We need her on the floor.
Well, still the Hokies with a 68-42 win against Radford today. Next game coming up on Wednesday against Maryland Eastern Shore. Have you gotten a chance to look at them?
I have not. Right now, we need to look at ourselves. We need to watch and figure ourselves out. And it's tough. It really is. I know it didn't look pretty tonight. It's probably one of the longest games, and I just wanted to go crawl somewhere and hide. I just felt like we just weren't executing and doing the things that we're capable of doing, especially after we did it on Thursday. We were terrific on Thursday, but it's kind of growing pains with lineup changes and kids playing different positions, different styles that you're looking at and whatnot. And as a result, we were just a little bit disjointed. So we have to get better. We have to understand what we need to do. Outside of Reagan, I don't think that we had anybody that stepped up and played up to their capabilities. But it's early, and if you can continue to win, while you're figuring it out, that's a good thing. 7-2, I think it is, and we'll take it and we'll get better. And UMES, regardless of who comes in here, we know that they're going to be a good opponent. We got to go out and play hard.
Hokies!